Breaking overnight, the CDC is confirming a 13th case of coronavirus in the U.S., this time in San Diego. The patient was on a government-chartered flight last week from Wuhan, the Chinese city at the center of the outbreak. Today, China announced the single-day death toll from the virus exceeded 100 for the first time. The number of deaths worldwide is more than 1,000. Carter Evans is outside March Air Reserve Base in California, where the first Americans to arrive from Wuhan are set to be released from quarantine. Carter, what do we know about this new case?
Well, that new case, that patient from San Diego, was initially mistakenly released from isolation back into quarantine after testing negative for the virus. Well, they're back in the hospital now, said to be doing well. As for those 195 passengers who landed here last month at March Air Force Base, they're ready to go home today after passing one final health check.
The confidence level from the CDC is that none of us have got it.
Ian Thompson is ready to get back home to his family in Detroit. It's been 2 weeks since he landed back in the U.S. from the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak.
We get a document signed by the CDC tomorrow. It's part of the process of going out, and that's given to us, so it shows that we can show that to anybody, and that's our, we do not have the virus.
But not everyone who flew back from Wuhan was so lucky. Yesterday, the 13th case of coronavirus was confirmed in San Diego, a patient who arrived on a U.S. chartered flight last week. But President Trump remains confident the U.S. has a handle on it.
And I think it's going to all work out fine. Rough stuff, I tell you, rough stuff. But I think it's going to work out good.
Around the world, fears of transmitting the coronavirus are growing by the day. In Beijing, an eerie emptiness set in during the morning rush hour. Officials there ordered citizens coming back from the epidemic zones to quarantine themselves for at least 2 weeks. In Hong Kong, authorities evacuated a residential high-rise after 2 tenants who live on different floors contracted the virus. Thousands of others remain quarantined on military bases.
It's good to have a break. Fresh air is really fresh now.
And on cruise ships like the Diamond Princess, docked in Japan, which has been on lockdown for a week. The World Health Organization is now on the ground in China. It will assemble a team of global scientists this week in an effort to speed up the development of treatments and vaccines.
We may see numbers, like in any epidemic, go up and down in coming days. What really is important, rather than making predictions, is really to work hard to try to get solutions.
The CDC is still testing nearly 70 people here in the U.S. who are suspected of having the virus. That includes another person in San Diego who was on that flight from Wuhan who is now exhibiting symptoms. Gayle?
Very scary stuff. Thank you very much, Carter.